on your YouTube app. Press this bell icon and never miss an update from us. Hi, hello, Vanakkam. Welcome to Dosa to Pizza. I'm Fashion Jaykumar. A lovely session of brinjal pizza. Pizzas are really yummy, cheesy, with nice brinjals on top of it, and as you wish, you can decorate it with some corns, olives, and whatever you like. So we are going to just show you a basic and a real formula to do the lovely pizzas. Friends, if you want to see the same kind of pizza and if you want to do it in the tawa, then absolutely no problem. Just please click the information card on the top or the description tab below to get the tawa pizza method and do the same pizza in the tawa method. So first let's look into how to do the dough. For the pizza dough, here I am having the all-purpose flour. So we are going to add salt to this. First add salt and mix it with the flour well. Before adding the yeast, what we'll have to do is warm up the milk. It's just warming up, not heating. It's warming up, and then we'll add the yeast and allow it to bubble up or rise. See here, the milk is warm. I'm able to, it is tolerant, like I would be able to put my finger into this, then only it is tolerant. So if it's going to be very hot, what will happen is the bacteria and the yeast will die and they will not rise up. First let's put the sugar and mix it well. This is going to help the yeast to rise. Now add the yeast and mix it well. So we mix the yeast and sugar nicely. Now let us let it for 5 minutes and then we will add it to the flour. Now let's add oil. Can you just see it started to bubble up and its foam is formed. So that means the yeast is good and active. So let's add it to the flour. Now just add little water as required. So you'll have to keep checking and then adding the water, and then we will knead it to the chapati dough consistency. Can you just look at this? Look at the consistency. It should be like this. It will take at least 5 to 10 minutes to knead this to the right consistency. Now what will happen is we'll have to just cover it with a kitchen cloth and leave it for 1 hour to rest. 1 or 1.5 hours depends. And the temperature of your place will definitely bother this. So you'll have to wait for 45 minutes to 1.5 hours for it to rise up. Once it's risen, then we can do the pizzas. I'm just covering it with a damp cloth. Now we have let our dough to rise. Meanwhile, let us prepare the base paste for the pizzas. Here we are adding garlic and tomatoes. You can also very well use the pizza sauce or the tomato sauce which is available in the shops. Otherwise, if you want to just prepare it all by yourself, then you can do this method. Just have a look at this. Now you can add some salt and chilli powder or pepper powder according to the taste. I am adding the chilli powder, little salt. So let's leave it on the stove until they completely reduce and leave the water, and they will become into a thick paste. Just cover it and leave it for 5 minutes and you will see the shrinking of the sauce. And just have a look at this. The tomatoes have just all shrunk and they become into a paste quality like this. So we are going to use this for the pizza base. Preheat your ovens at 180 degrees centigrade or 360 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. So here is our pizza dough. Did you have a look how nicely it has risen? Now just box it nicely. First make it into a rectangle like this. Now let's divide it into 4 parts. We are going to make 4 pizzas out of this. Just dust some flour and roll out your pizzas. See, do not make it very flat or do not make it very thick. If you're going to make it very thick, what will happen is it will take longer time to get cooked, and by that time your vegetables and all will get cooked and they become different. So it's better to have it in a medium thickness. So I'm using a pizza stone. You can use a regular baking tray or a stone if you have. I put a parchment paper on the pizza stone. Now let me transfer the pizza to this. With a fork, you'll have to just poke it here and there, so that it will hold the dough down. Otherwise, what will happen is they will rise up like the puris. In the border, you can just leave 1 centimeter, so that what will happen, that will just rise and the pizza will have a nice border. Now we have completely poked it. So let's add the tomato sauce. Now it depends on the taste and what you like for the pizza vegetables. See, we have some brinjals, like normally they get cooked very quickly, so we are going to use the brinjals directly, or you can sort them in the stove or put it to your microwave oven for 2 minutes and then you can use it on the pizzas. Now just let me leave it for 2 minutes in the microwave oven, or you can sort it in your tawas. I am adding onions. As I mentioned, these are all absolutely your wish and your likes and dislikes. Can you just have a look at this? The brinjals have become lightly soft. This will help to get cooked well and they will become more soft when they are cooked. See, what you'll have to avoid is, you'll have to avoid all the root vegetables and those which have more of water content in them. See, the water content will make this soggy. So that's why we are trying to avoid the water content vegetables. So here I am adding the mozzarella cheese. Here I am adding the grated block cheese. Now let's add the cheddar cheese. Depends, like if you feel like just one variety of cheese is okay, then you can add the cheese accordingly. Basil powder or leaf powder on top of it to give some flavor. So now the pizza is ready to go into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. You can just check after 15 minutes if it is done. Otherwise, you can leave it for another 5 more minutes. So here our pizzas are ready to be served. So dear friends, hope you enjoyed this session of making this lovely brinjal and veggie pizza. Do try this and keep us posted. Dosa to Pizza is all about enhancing your taste buds. If you like this video, press like, subscribe to Dosa to Pizza, and for printable recipes visit dosatopizza.com. Thank you and bye-bye.